Okay, guys, hello. Welcome to one of the first of many videos covering the hymns that are relevant to the Holy 50. This will cover hymns that lead up to Ascension and then between Ascension and Pentecost. And of course, the most fitting hymn to begin with is Khristos Anesti. So, Khristos Anesti is a processional hymn. You'll notice during the Holy 50. Christ is risen. Now, the language of the hymn is actually Greek. There's actually the Coptic hymn also for the resurrection. But today we're looking at the main hymn. You always hear it during Liturgy of the Word. You'll hear it during Vespers, during the procession as well. Christos Anesti. There's a longer and a shorter version. This is the full, the quote unquote long version. God willing, if we get the chance, we can cover the shorter version. But more often than not, you're going to encounter the longer version of the hymn. Now, just for context, the notes here, I'm going to try to use this annotation tool if it works. We have our long notes, our our medium notes, and our short notes. So a long note is a note that you'll hold for a little bit longer. A medium note is a note that you'll hold for, I think, a regular amount of time. And then a short note is a note that you would only hold for a little bit, very quickly. It's almost like a beat. So I'll just do Christos so you kind of see what's going on here and how the note system works, if it's something that's unique or new to you. Okay. Christos. Okay. Now, what's this red dot here? This red dot indicates kind of a break or a pause. In some of the other videos, it's been present. In some of the other videos, not. Sometimes there's just a need to kind of remind, especially if it's a hymn that maybe is a little bit new to us, where we might be taking breaks, so to speak, in terms of maybe a pause of a breath, right? So as you can see, we have our long note. Christo. So notice that that medium note is much shorter than this one. Oh, so notice oh, that's the short note. Oh, os. Okay, and I'll show you how the two short notes also work when they're combined. Christos right? So when they're together, they're almost like a medium note, right? But instead, they're kind of adding a little bit of vibrato. Right? Right? So, right? But obviously, you're not going to put that much emphasis on each note uniquely. Okay? So, we'll start from Christo. Christo. Os ane. Okay. Now, the nice thing about this hymn overall is there's going to be a lot of repetition. Once you know this whole portion, you pretty much know this portion. And even when you know most of this portion, you'll actually already know the whole first half of it, the first station, so to speak, the Christos Anesti portion, before you get to the Doxa Petri. Okay. So let's try that out. Χριστός Esτι so that's first line we're going to practice, okay? So let's practice from Christo. We'll start with Christo all together. Just practice Christos. Christos. Os. Okay? Now that os, right? Os. It's almost like it's being planted. Os and then rising. Okay? So let's practice that again. Christos. Okay? Simple as that. Christos. again. Khristos. Perfect. Then we'll add Anesti. Okay. But let's just do an like this before the an of Anesti. Okay. Christos ane. Okay, we'll go up to here. Ane. Okay, one more time. Christos ane. One more time. Christos ane. Okay, let's do it again. Christos ane. Next part is a a a a a. So again, a a a. It's almost dropping into this medium note. A a a a a. Okay. So let's try all of that. Christos ane. Okay, let's try it again. Christos ane. Esti. Okay. Esti. Okay, let's do that. Christos ane. Esti. Let's do it one more time and pause the video and practice on your own. Of course, really kind of dig it into your memory. Okay? Christos ane. Esti. Next is let's do that part. Again. Let's add that in. Christos ane. Esti. Next is okay, so the first four notes here, think of it as three sets of two notes. The first four notes here are kind of higher and then it goes low. So okay, let's do the first line. Christos ane. Esti. Next is Nekro. Okay, so it's going to go a little bit higher here. Okay, so let's start from Nekron. Nekro. So notice, nekro is kind of low, right? This first part. Nekro. Okay? Nekro. Oh, 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 oh. And then it's high. Oh, 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 oh. Okay? So we can try adding from Christos. Christos Anesti Nekro. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, on tha. Okay, let's try that. Nekro. Oh, 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 on tha. Na. Okay, let's add that tha na. Nekro. Oh, 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 on na. Okay, one more time. Nekro. Oh, 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 on na. Let's try it again from Nekro. Nekro. Oh, 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 on na. To. Okay, let's add the nato. Nekro. Oh, 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 on na. To. Okay, from Nekro again. Nekro. Oh, 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 on na. To. Oh, na. Okay, let's try that. Nekro. Oh, 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 on na. To. Oh, na. Please, please forgive me for the voice crack. Please forgive me. My voice is a little bit gone. But the emphasis is to go high here. Oh, 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 on na. To. Oh, na. To. Okay, Okay, so let's go to Ato. Okay, let's go from there. Khristos Anesti Necro on fa ana to o fa ana again from the beginning. Christos Anesti necro on fa ana to o fa ana to on right? On let's try that. On arti aske eti sentis. So a lot of repetition, right? The same thing. So let's do onpa. Um, let's go from ato. Ato on pa ti sa aske eti senti is emini. One more time. Emini. Okay. So let's go from ato. Ato on ti sa aske eti sentis emini. One more time. Ato on ti sa aske. Oops, sorry. Sa aske eti sentis emini masi izo Risa, Amino, Os, and then it's going to go do. But notice what's going on in this bottom half. A lot of the same repetition, a lot of the same parts, right? So I'm going to sing through it, break it up piece by piece. And my recommendation is stop the video at certain points and practice those parts, then integrate it back into the beginning. Okay, so let's go from Ato. Ato, on pa, ti sa aske eti sentis emeni Masi. Okay, so let's go from to again. Ato on pa ti sa aske eti sentis emeni Masi Izo. Notice this is exactly the same as up here. Nekero Masi. Same thing. Izo. Okay, so let's go from um, Ato again. Ato on pa ti sa aske eti sentis emeni Masi Izo Incha Risa. This is the one unique part. Right? So it starts high. Amino. Ozdo, Oksa, Aba, Ateri, Ike, Eyo, Oke, a agio epene mati ike eni inke ike estos Eon aston, eon on, amin. Notice this part is very repetitious, right? It's that do oxa, and the same thing here, right? Ba atri. At agyo, that's where it changes, right? So let's practice that. Agyo epene. Let's do that again. Ke agyo epene. Right? Ke agyo epene. Let's do it again. Ke agyo epene. Again. Ke agyo epene. Mati. Sorry. Mati. Mati. Let's do that again. So ke to mati. Ke agyo epene. Mati. And the same thing again, right? Um, it's gonna break though at que estos, right? So que estos eonaston eono. Let's practice that. Que estos eonaston. Right? One more time. Que estos eonaston. Again. Que estos eonaston. One more time. And practice it not looking at the Hazzat even. Que estos eonaston eono. On. Amin. Let's do that again. Que estos eonaston eono. On. Amin. Again. Que estos eonaston eono. On. Amin. And that's Khristos Anesti. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of repetition, a lot of repetition in terms of the Hazzat, in terms of what's going on with the notes here. So just pay attention to that, right? Pay attention to those small little small little shifts, okay? Um, in the notes and the transitions. But largely just practice it on your own, watch the video, stop at portions that you have a little bit of trouble with, and keep repeating those and keep practicing those. It's also helpful to find recordings on SoundCloud, YouTube, the Coptic Hymns app if need be, and just following along with that, whether you're in the car, whether you're doing work, it just helps to reinforce the sound of the hymn, the transitions. You'll pick it up eventually. But just consistent practice, consistent listening, consistent singing along, and don't be afraid to make those mistakes along the way. It's totally okay. بس I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day. I love you guys so much, and genuinely glory be to God in the fact that we have the service here and the fellowship and the love of this community present. I genuinely love you guys so, so much. And if you guys need anything at all related to Enhance, the book discussion, to the housing, anything at all, just let me know, and I'm always here. But I love you guys so, so much. And God willing, I will see you all very, very soon.